Hey guys, my name is Landon, and this is my first video for topbysurveyor.org. And in this video, I want to go over 5 lies your math teacher told you. So I want to say right here at the front that there are a lot of great math teachers in the world, and I know that. And don't get offended by this video if you're a math teacher. Having said that, there's a lot of horrible math teachers in the world. I had some of those teachers when I was in school. As an example, my calculus teacher in college was a horrible teacher. He showed up late for class. He wasn't prepared. He didn't know how to teach. He made me feel stupid. He really robbed me of the opportunity to see the beauty of calculus, which I think is a shame. So, one of the problems with a lot of math teachers is they're naturally good at math. If they weren't naturally good at math, they wouldn't be math teachers. And so they don't understand what it's like to struggle with math. I understand what it was like to struggle with math because math was not one of my natural talents as a young person. So in this video, I want to just kind of debunk some of the stuff that people, really brilliant people that are really great at math, tell you that's just not true. And it's not just math teachers, it's other people that are brilliant at math, like engineers and statisticians and, the people that are really into math and do it all the time. Okay, so what are these 5 lies? Okay, number 1. The number 1 lie that people tell you is that math is easy. That is a lie. Math is not easy. Math is hard. If math was easy, everybody would be good at it. And not everybody's good at math. In fact, usually only a few people are good at math. So math is not easy. Math is hard. Do not let your teacher or your parents or engineers tell you that math is easy. Math is not easy. Math is hard. It's okay if you think that math is hard. Math is hard. I use math every day. I use all kinds of different math to do my job as a land surveyor, and math is hard. Math was hard for me. It took me a long time to get good at math. It took me a lot of hard work to get good at math. So it's okay if you think math is hard. Second lie, number 2, math books are cool. No, they are not. Math books are not cool. Math books are as far from cool as you can get. Math books suck. The people that write math books are the same kind of people that teach math. They're naturally good at math. Math books do a horrible job of teaching math. I've spent a lot of money on a lot of math books. I've burned almost every one of them. There are a few good math books. I'll be honest with you, the easiest math books for me to use are the math books for dummies. Because I think they try and write those books for everyday people. So, your math book isn't cool, dude. Your math book is a nightmare. And that's okay. It's okay to admit. You still have to use it for school. That's what your teacher's gonna use. But you don't have to pretend to like it, and you don't have to pretend that the people that wrote your math book did a good job, because they probably didn't. Third lie, you're going to use all this math one day. No, you're not. You're not going to use most of the math that you learn in school one day. Now, a few people will use a lot of the math they learn in school one day, but almost no people use all of the math that they learn in school one day, and a lot of people use very little of the math that they learn in school one day. Now, having said that, math is important, and we want you to be well-rounded, and a lot of math is really critical to what we do, but I'm not going to pretend that you are going to use all math that you learn in school. You're just not. You're not going to do that. So, what I think you need to remember is, you got to learn anyways while you're in school. But you don't have to be depressed if you're not a math ninja. A lot of that stuff isn't going to matter, when you grow up and when you're an adult. And if you choose a profession like surveying where you do need to use certain types of math, then you can focus on getting good at those kinds of math and you don't have to worry about the other kinds of math. So for example, I'm a land surveyor. I don't do very many integrals. I'm not solving systems of equations every day. Now there's math I use every day. I use algebra every day. I use trig every day. I use geometry every day. I use a little bit of statistics on a regular basis. But a lot of the other math, I don't worry about it because I don't use it, so I can focus on what I'm good on. So don't panic, man. You don't gotta master all this stuff. Even if you pick a mathy type of job like land surveying, there's gonna be certain things that you're gonna focus on, and that's okay. Number 4. You need to be able to do long division by hand or in your head. No, you don't. That's crazy. That's why we have computers. That's why we have calculators. The ability to keep all those numbers in your head and to do long, complicated calculations by hand, it's crazy that anybody expects you to do that. If I had employees working for me that were doing complicated calculations by hand or on paper, I would fire them. It's just so easy for humans to make mistakes doing that. That's why we have calculators and that's why we have computers. Now, that doesn't mean you don't need to understand the concepts behind long division. I'm not saying that. and I say long division here, but this could be a lot of other problems that you could put in here. What's more important than knowing how to do this math in your head or do it by hand is knowing what type of tools you need to use to solve a certain type of problem, and knowing how to use a calculator or computer to help you solve those long, gnarly math problems, in my opinion. Now, if you want to be a math genius, rock on, practice all the tips and tricks so that you can, divide two 10-digit numbers in your head. I don't think most people need to do that. It's not something I expect of my employees. In fact, as a surveyor, if I caught people working for me doing that, I would be upset. I want that math done with a calculator or by a computer. You make less mistakes that way. Fifth lie that you are told: if you think math is hard, you aren't trying, or if you think math is hard, you're lazy, or if you think math is hard, you must be stupid. None of those things are true. Math is hard. When I was a kid, I worked really hard to be good at math, and I still struggled. A lot of times I'd get C's or even D's, and it was hard for me because I tried to be a good student, and people made me feel stupid. My calculus teacher in college made me feel stupid. He made me feel lazy. You can try hard at math and still not be good at it. And that's okay. The important part is that you try hard. You do want to get good at math. Don't feel like just because you try hard at math and you don't get good at it, that you're a failure, that you're doing something wrong. That's not true. Part of the reason why I want to do these videos is to help people that aren't good at math. And to start is knowing math is not easy. Math books are not cool. You're not going to use all this math one day. You don't need to be able to do long division in your head. And you can try hard and still struggle with math, and that's okay. Alright guys, I hope you liked that first video. I'm probably ruffling some feathers, but that's alright.